appearance? Has the appearance changed?
As well as the appearance has changed.
No, it
From
hasn't.
the side of the defense.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing they are still in number.
Proceed with your reply. So can you have order? Can you keep quiet?
So you also have the council for that. This one for that. So this is better. And it's the right of that this person. To apply for rain, those people they pay their rent. If they pay the application, they can apply for pay. By suit number 1. Suit for A2. It also produced utilities. It so happened that the suit number 1, also the letter is just leading to whom it may concern. It does not suggest that it was intended to be used in court to stand as a security for A1. Suit number 2, the letter is very clear. That is suit number 2 for A2. The letter is very clear. He has even stated that he was coming to stand as a student for A2. And also we don't have to do. When you go to student number 3, the same applies. The letter is just saying that whom it may concern. There is no suggest that he was coming to stand as a student for A2. Means that there is nothing actually put to the attention of the writer the purpose the letter is intended. They didn't disclose it. They said they hide the information why they want the letter. That's why the officer did not expected it. It was not captured in the letter by the MC. So in that regard, they also put our humble prayer, which number 1 and 2, 1 and 3. We found not substantial. That's the first one we have for the objects in the bay. We have to move to the second one for objects in the bay. That is, as we have earlier on informed the court, the inquiry is still ongoing. And there is a likelihood that the accused person will interfere in the investigation. Because they are influential in the community. They are well known, they are influential, and they have also the financial muscle. As counsel has rightly put to this court, they are not idlers. They are engaged in gainful employment. As such, they have the financial muscle. And there is likelihood they may interfere with the investigation and even the prosecution witness.
With all due respect, we find the objection untenable. That the letter in respect to surety number 1 for A1, it doesn't specifically point out the purpose. It doesn't introduce him as a surety. This is really far-fetched, Your Worship. The purpose of the letter vouch for somebody, vouch for one's status and credentials as a resident, or a person who is known to the authorities. That is all. And to give assurance to the court that yes, we know this person, he either works within our area or is a resident of that particular place. To be demanding too much from the local council authorities, begin writing the purpose and giving the names of the people they are going to start shooting for, the criminal case number, even the charge sheet, the counts, that will be too much. It will be too much. That is for the first issue. The first issue is for A1. And the third issue for A2, that is Nachimugwe Presti. The letter is, to whom it may concern, court of law. I have a copy here which is a court of law. And the letter is in English. I must commend the LC person who wrote this letter. To be able to appreciate that actually this letter, you needed not even to improve the court of law, but it's courteous enough to send it improve the court of law. Court should appreciate that. And with LC's worship, there is no level of education. It's not mandatory that one must have a particular level of education. So they did their best under the circumstances. Lastly, on that particular issue, to be setting a very precedent, your worship, outro that practice, that a letter written which is addressed to the entire world is null and void. Because that's what it means. If God says that if the letter is open-ended, to whom it may concern, therefore that letter is null and void. That practice is everywhere in this country. It's been filed before court. I see a newspaper with no stamp of court. So yes, it is signed by the deponent and the commission, but thereafter it has to be filed formally and the fees paid. So for it to be part of their record. But now this is a newspaper coming from the back with no evidential value, property value, confidential value whatsoever. And I request your worship, it should be returned to the sender. And they follow the proper procedure of having the documents put on the road. But that said, just on the specifics, one or two things, it is speculative. If court were to consider it, it's quite speculative because Mr. John Bosco here is alleging in paragraph 3 that the matter is still under investigation, and if the accused persons are released on bail, are most likely not to report back to court, and it will be expensive to trace for them again, or may interfere with the ongoing investigations. You can see these words, most likely, may. Those are not matters to be included in affidavits. You have to state with certainty that you are sure. I know very well A1 or A2.
On this bail application, I have heard and considered carefully the arguments of the counsel for the applicants, this bail application. Also considered the arguments of the state objecting to the same, I wish to state that the right to apply for bail is premised on the presumption of innocence. The accused persons herein, having pleaded not guilty, all the charges preferred against them, they are still presumed innocent until the contrary is proven. The accused persons have exercised their constitutional right to apply for bail, but as stated by the state, grant of the same is at the discretion of this court, which discretion court must exercise judiciously. Each accused person has presented 3 sureties. The state objects to the substantiality of surety number 1 and number 3 of A1 and surety number 1 and number 3 of A2, basing on how the letters introducing them to court were drafted by the authors. She states that inquiries are still ongoing and there is a likelihood that the accused person will interfere with the investigations and witnesses released on bail. She further argues that the accused person may abscond from trial if released on bail. I wish to agree with the counsel for the applicant that asking the LC1s to draft these introduction letters, the way states once it done, will be asking too much from these LC1 chairpersons. My view is that this letter should primarily introduce the surety to court. The other information as to the addressee and the purpose may be required, but it is, in my view, secondary information. As regards the ongoing inquiries, I am not satisfied with the argument of the state. She has not demonstrated to my satisfaction that the accused persons have the capacity to interfere with these inquiries. And in my view, since inquiries are still ongoing, this should be the reason this court should put into consideration while deciding whether to grant or deny the accused person's bail. In my view, as regards the issue of the accused persons absconding trial, this, in my view, they are just fears and suspicions. And if courts were to rely on fears and suspicions whenever they are raised by the prosecutors, they do not envisage a situation where a court would be releasing an accused person on bail. Ordinarily, an accused person was a fixed place of abode and has presented substantial sureties to guarantee his attendance of court. That person should really be granted bail unless there are compelling circumstances that dictate otherwise. In my view, these circumstances do not exist in this case. I find the sureties as presented substantial. The fixed place of abode for the accused person seems not to be in issue. The general view of this court is that I should incline on protecting the accused person's right to personal liberty and also preserving the presumption of innocence, since they have pleaded not guilty to these charges, and as such they are still presumed innocent. I do release them on bail in the following terms. Each accused person shall execute a cash bond of 2 million. Execute a cash bond of 2 million. Each surety is bonded 20 million. This is not cash. You are required to report back here for mention of this case on 7th of February at 10. You report back on 7th February at 10 for mention, now that inquiries are still ongoing in this matter.
Kote mwadde bail ya milioni 2 neyimiridde emilioni 2 sizabuliwo. Ajja kuddanga 7 omwezi gwa 2 omwaka guno.
Because I still have more business.